This video is brought to you by Jab.se, the lead supplier of MMA gear in Scandinavia. BetSafe.com, Europe's only online betting site for MMA. DirtyRebel.com, your destination for casual MMA wear.
This is Marcus Korval with StudioMMA and MMA Nuts, and we're here in Los Angeles at a Muay Thai event, with a pretty cool setup, and we got a Muay Thai fan.
MMA nerds?
MMA Nuts.
What?
MMA Nuts. It's Swedish. MMA Nuts. You should know that.
I'm sorry. I'm used to just like usually cashew nuts and almond nuts and peanuts and.
Yeah, MMA Nuts is Sweden's biggest MMA site. I'm surprised you didn't know that, Josh.
Oh yeah, it's probably #1 out of 4.5.
2 actually.
Wow, I guess I was overestimating MMA in Sweden at this point.
Josh, we hear through the grapevine that you went to see Metallica yesterday instead of going to a Swedish event where Dolph Lundgren won a huge award. What's wrong with you and the Swedish? You don't like the Swedish community?
I love the Swedish community. I hung out with my buddy Johan Hägg from Amon Amarth, who's a Swedish death metal band. Watched him perform Hit the Lights last night with some folks at the Metal Blade 30th anniversary party. It was fantastic. Me and Swedes, we get down.
Well, yesterday you chose a Dane over a Swede.
I chose a band over. Well, I didn't know any specific Swede. I was just thinking over you, and maybe Bobby. But if you'd have brought Bobby's name up, I might have showed up.
Bobby actually flaked too. But
awesome! High five.
But Metallica's drummer is Danish.
Yeah. So, what does that have to do with? Well, Danes were Vikings too. So.
True, that invaded our country.
Yeah. So you pretty happy about that?
I feel like you cheated on us yesterday. You went and hung out with a Dane instead of a Swede.
I hung out. Hey, I spent more time with a Swede than a Dane.
We like that. We like that. So this is a pretty different, I would say, type of an event. It's Muay Thai with a room.
Opera.
Right now we have opera in the background, and it's a Thai kind of room here, but with some VH1 celebrities from...
VH1 has celebrities?
Couples. It's a couple here that's married. She's 18, he's 52. What's your opinion on big...
Well, that's definitely celebrity status right there. You're killing me, Bobby.
Bobby said, what's up with the haircut? I don't know what it means by that. It wasn't like, oh, I like the new haircut. It was
why didn't you just said it to me in English, or at least Japanese? Then I would... If you want to rag on my head,
I actually like it. It makes you look younger, Josh.
Oh, thank you very much.
Brings out your eyes.
Oh, I really thought that and with the black sweater, it would really offset for the blue. I was hoping you would notice.
Is there a specific reason for the haircut?
The clippers got away from me.
Is it self-made?
No. I have a gal that cuts my hair. Yeah. What do you think? You're gonna ask me if I wear leotards and things too now or something? What?
Can we expect this haircut on January 12th?
You can expect all kinds of things on January 12th. Haircuts included. Perhaps I'll give you a haircut for StudioMMA if you come out to Oklahoma City, which now ensures that he won't come out to Oklahoma City, because I don't really blame him for not going to Oklahoma in the first place. If he can stay here and play Mr. Party Planner for Swedish party people.
I actually went to Oklahoma once, to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah. I promised myself to never go back.
Well, this isn't Tulsa, it's Oklahoma City.
Is it better, would you say?
I don't know, I've never been to Tulsa. But
have you been to Oklahoma City?
I've been to Shawnee, Oklahoma, which is an Indian reservation outside of Oklahoma City. It's an acquired taste.
Now, it's Strikeforce last show.
Yeah.
Have you ever...
Are you bummed you're not on it?
I am actually. It's something. It's still nostalgic. It's been around for a long time.
A Swede on Strikeforce, which is alliteration. That's always good.
I was actually the first Swede ever to fight for Strikeforce.
You fought in Strikeforce?
Yes. I do my research on you, Josh. You don't do research on me.
Oh, wait, you fought in LA, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's because you're from LA. That's why.
That is the only reason why I was on Strikeforce. In a weight class that Strikeforce didn't offer at the time.
35? Yeah, I don't think they did at the moment. You fought, and also. Your training partner,
Jeremy Humphries.
Yeah.
It was it was the first time that
the undercard, and I think I just missed you guys, and I caught Connor Hewen versus KJ.
That was a great fight.
Yeah. But Chad was filling me in.
So wait, you come?
Did you use any Krav Maga?
I did do some Krav Maga. No, actually the opposite.
Balls.
He actually used Krav Maga on me. I was on my knees and I got kicked in the face.
Did he scream Krav Maga while he did it?
He should have, and that's what threw me off. I didn't see it coming. So, being on the last card, what's next? Is it nostalgic? Do you even think about it being the last show, or do you just think about it just as another fight?
It is just another fight, but I guess if I want to really think about it, I'm gonna bury my opponent and bury Strikeforce. I guess I don't know. Should I bring a big shovel?
Well, it depends on what you do when you're out there.
You know, it's really unfortunate that a promotion that came up from grassroots, local promotion out of San Jose, started with just kickboxing and moved all the way into a full-fledged international MMA organization. Now, you know, saying its last goodbyes to the MMA and martial arts world, and it's going to be missed. I can tell you that. And there were so many fantastic fights in Strikeforce over the years that you know, it's a real shame to see it go.
It's been some of the best fights in mixed martial arts in Strikeforce, I would say. And now you've been part of at least two organizations, major organizations that they're not going to no longer be around. Pride, Strikeforce. What's your opinion on the market shares being fewer and fewer, I guess?
Well, if you're not the UFC, it's pretty hard to stay in business, especially depending on how big you try to go. And each had their share of difficulties, but sometimes you get so used to being able to run things a certain way without ever addressing the issues that you're actually creating for the long term. And that's what happens to companies like Elite XC, Affliction, Pride. You know, they were digging their own graves from day one, and you know, they didn't want to hear anybody to tell them different.
But so Strikeforce was so successful for so many years, like you said. Started off as a kickboxing.
How would you say successful in Swedish?
Put me on the spot now. Successful. Framgångsrik.
Okay.
Can you say that?
No, I can't. No.
But it's you see these organizations.
Yeah, I don't bother to learn any Swedish terms. It wouldn't help me get into a woman's pants. So.
You don't think?
No, I'm successful. Well, maybe I'm successful. Yeah, that could be helpful, supposedly.
Right.
But I think just acting around, swaggering it up, and being a jerk, that usually helps.
With Swedish women or women in general?
Women in general. I mean, I've read your handbook. I've seen your action, and I've seen you in action. Yeah, you know, even you know, slighter in stature, and you maneuver around. You trip those tall girls down to the floor, and you're like, now we're eye level. What's up?
You're saying I'm not tall?
I'm saying that you're not short, but you're not going to be in the NBA anytime soon, and it's not because you're dribbling all the time.
That was a good one. I like that one. It's funny. I used to blame it on my height that I couldn't play basketball, but then I realized there was a couple of players in the NBA that won of my statures. Yes.
That's one.
There was one more, apparently. But I figured at least in MMA they have weight classes. But what is it that someone that's Strikeforce, for example, that been around for so long, been doing so well, and all of a sudden they're not doing well? Why is that?
You'd have to write a lengthy paper about that kind of situation, and I'm sure it's not any one thing in general, but it's also so difficult right now, I think, to get above that certain level it's necessary to truly be successful on a large scale as the UFC is, or even to compete in that market without hemorrhaging money too much. That it's like a bubble that people just can't seem to get past at this point.
And what's next for Josh Barnett after January 12th?
Well, January 13th I'll be leaving Oklahoma City quickly. Sorry, Oklahoma. I heard Goldie's is fantastic, hamburger joint down there. My buddy Goldberg from Oklahoma, or lived in Oklahoma for a while. He's telling me about some certain places to hit up, but I don't really know what the future holds as far as like fight career stuff. I know that you need to beat your opponents to determine your future. So I'll beat this guy Nandor first. Then after that, I'm sure my manager will work out plenty of opportunities for me. And I just don't worry about it. I always find a place to go. I've got plenty of things to keep myself occupied with. Auto racing, the acting stuff I'm working with. I'm concerts. Just I can put my hands in a lot of different dishes. I eat with my hands, is what I'm saying. And I touch all your food, but not before going to the bathroom and not washing my hands and sneezing on them. So I like to make sure that I'm spreading the love, both figuratively and literally. And it's okay because you can only get it once. So
I don't even know where to go from there.
I don't know. We have a nice little bed back here. We have some kids sitting. They could watch, I guess. Hold the camera. Bobby could join us.
Bobby, can you pass me the mace, please?
Well, I wasn't suggesting anything lewd. I just thought that we could show some jiu-jitsu moves.
Should we do something jiu-jitsu? No. Josh.
Yeah.
We see some of these Strikeforce fighters now going over to the UFC. Even females. Ronda Rousey.
Oh, you're not really a part. Even females, huh? You're not in women's lib. You're like, why is she not in the kitchen right now? Is that what you're saying?
I actually think that Ronda does, I wouldn't know, but I think she's a lot better in the cage than in the kitchen. That's just me, and she has all the rights to do so because we're from Sweden, the most liberal country in the world.
Yes, except with your women. You're like, get in and make the lefska, or, wait, that's Norwegian.
Come on, that's twice you've insulted us in 2 days.
I grew up in Ballard. It's all full of Norwegians. Sorry. We did have a Scandinavian Nordic Heritage Museum there, and we had the remnants of the old jail from Ballard when it was first founded, and in the jail was a Swede. So.
Well, you do look more Swedish than both me and Bobby, so you pass for a Scandinavian for sure.
I think so, yeah.
But by even women, even Ronda, even Misha Tate, what I meant is women now for the first time in the UFC. There's a couple other names that are definitely passed over from Strikeforce to the UFC. Would you go to the UFC? Have you been talking to the UFC?
To fight women? I haven't yet, but...
Would you?
Yeah, it sounds like a real enterprising possibility as long as I don't have to make 135.
Would you fight a woman if there was a woman out there your weight calling you out?
I'll fight anybody. I really don't want to fight a woman, and I don't really subscribe to that kind of thing as far as men fighting women. But everybody has their choices to make, and if someone deliberately chooses to get in the ring with me, then they get smashed. I don't care who they are.
Has a woman ever tried to fight you?
It was pretty aggressive. I wouldn't really call it fighting.
Including ex-girlfriends?
Well, there was screaming. And a little blood.
Do you want to clarify that?
No. Maybe. Well, I look like a scene out of American Psycho.
Chris Cyborg versus Ronda Rousey is a fight that you want to see, and if we do get to see it, who do you think will take that?
I do want to see it. I think it's a fantastic fight. They're both super aggressive, very physical women, and both really bring the heat right out the gate, which can be real difficult for females often. I've seen over the years to deal with that kind of just instant aggression. Well, I mean, it happens in the men's side as well, but the other thing that's very interesting to me is I think I'm sure Ronda can fight on her feet with some skill, but her ground game is fantastic, and she's very good at her transitions and very powerful and tight in her submission attempts. Cyborg is pretty talented on the ground herself, but she's a slugger, banger, just brawler, and I do think it is somewhat of a striker versus grappler matchup. I think if Ronda stays on the feet, she gets knocked out. I just think that with the amount of experience in fighting in general and training over the years, especially focusing more on the stand-up, would give Cyborg such an edge. Like, even if Ronda crushes her in the face one, Cyborg's just going to be like, all right, cool, this is exactly what I do anyways. But Cyborg has a tendency to make very big mistakes in her fights. I think she pulled Gina trying to lateral drop her directly onto mount twice within the first minute of the fight. You make a mistake like that with someone like Ronda, and your arm is going to be going home as a trophy, along with her win purse. So, yeah, purse, women, ha, Gucci win purse, matching wallet, and shoes.
That's what she will be going home with. And would you think?
No, women should get they should get a purse to fight, a win purse, and then a purse to carry the purse.
A purse for the purse.
Purse for the purse.
So January 12th, Oklahoma City, last fight for Strikeforce, last show for Strikeforce. Any words that you would want to leave the Strikeforce with, Strikeforce organization with?
If I've got something to say, I'll say it in the ring. I'll leave it out there.
After the fight?
After the fight. Well, yeah. I think that would be probably the most impactful moment I could choose to wish Strikeforce a farewell. But I know
rather than a bed in Los Angeles?
Yeah, for Studio MMA and MMA Newts. A test version. Strikeforce, oh, we've had some times together. We fought, yes. But I think, you know, the times that we've spent being in love and making love, discovering each other's bodies, personalities, everything about what makes us tick. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to keep a few of your things around just so I can smell you at night. And remember all those fond moments we had. You know, if I could say one thing, I really wish you could have had more Marcus Kowal involved in all of this. I just, he enriches my life.
I brought a tear to mine.
Don't cry. Just let it happen. It's okay. You can be a man and still have feelings.
Do I get paid extra for this? I can't go anywhere from that. I can't go.
Well, the bed's
Okay.
here. You don't have to go far.
It's time for us to say goodbye. Thank you.
It's so naughty.
Programmet presenteras av betsafe.com.